Important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You know about the genophage?
Why don't you give me an overview? I'd like to hear your take.
1,000 years ago, Krogan uprising threatened galactic stability. Drastic measures required. Only one way to stop them. Salarians designed virus to control population. Turians deployed it. Called it the genophage. Only 1 in 1,000 Krogan births successful.
How does the genophage work?
Rewrites Krogan genetic code. Affects fetal development of major organs by exploiting Krogan organ redundancy. Infected female Krogan release hormones during pregnancy. Affects fetal organ development. Inhibits dominant recessive hierarchy establishment. 1 in 1,000 unaffected develop normally. Rest never develop nervous systems.
Couldn't doctors just block that hormone from being released?
No. Hormone regulates tissue production. Alteration results in non-viable pregnancy. More complicated than that, of course. Everything interconnected. Talk more when you've got a doctorate.
You're awfully casual about what happened to the Krogan.
Krogan were a threat. Refused to negotiate. Bad as the Rachni. If not for genophage, Krogan would have overrun the galaxy.
If the Salarians created the virus, why were the Turians the ones to deploy it?
Salarians developed genophage as deterrent. Threat to bring Krogan to negotiating table. Never meant to be released. Turians believe in total war. Different mindset. Saw a weapon and used it to end Krogan rebellions. Personally suspect Salarian teams knew Turians would deploy virus. Turian aggression well known. Useful as plausible deniability.
Thanks for bringing me up to speed. What do you need to tell me?
All that public knowledge. But I know more. Classified, top secret. Cannot leave this lab. Recent generations of Krogan started adapting. Genophage losing effectiveness.
Sounds like cause for celebration. The Krogan might finally recover from what happened to them.
No, Krogan too warlike. Culture broken. Population increase now would lead to increased aggression. More war. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Tuchanka, other colonies. Restabilized Krogan population.
I doubt you wanted to give me a history lesson. What's going on?
Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Urdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
We have a Geth down in the AI core. It makes me a little uneasy. I hope you don't activate him. You would know best.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe. Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Only half our fuel remains.
Stop right there, alien. You're Shepard of the Normandy. The clan leader wants to speak with you. Keep your pet on a leash. Clanless Krogan are usually killed on the borders. Take your business to the clan leader.
Someday we'll get off this one and show those Turians who's boss.
Damn right. Tear their scales off and let the Pyjaks feast on them while they're still alive.
Erdnot clan reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then, or Chief. Either one acceptable.
Were you around when the female camps and the children over last week?
No. You don't want... Greetings, human. My name is Ratch. Have a look at what I've got.
What do you have in stock?
Most of it's food and drink that's toxic to humans. Rinkal's a local favorite. Don't try to act tough, it'll tear your insides apart.
He's not joking. Rinkal hits aliens like ground glass.
Otherwise, I've got weapons, scrap, and whatever food those Pyjaks don't steal. Which isn't much. Take a look at my kiosk over there if you want to buy something.
What the hell is a Pyjak?
Off-world vermin. Humans say they're like monkeys. They come in and steal food, Rinkal, whatever they can get their talons on. We started using the mounted defense cannons to stop them.
I should go.
Suit yourself.
One of the children, probably 5 years from the right. Yeah, my eyes.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the land of Kredok, Shiagar, and Viol. This chunk of rock is barely worth standing on.
Put down some real money, human. Watch it, human. Eyes straight ahead. Give me a reason.
Reeve said we weren't allowed to kill you. Seems like a waste of target practice. What do you want?
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Weirlock has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Weirlock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
What can you tell me about Clan Weirlock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though. I've only seen Clan Weirlock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though, bring a big gun. Weirlock's base is crawling with Blood Pack.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the Blood Pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they'd do with him. One less alien on Tachanka.
You don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Don't get your quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it. Reeve wants victory for our clan. Off-world interference could screw up that plan. But you're a special case, I guess.
What's Clan Werlock's reputation, and how are they involved with the Blood Pack?
Tough humps, and they're not friendly like we are. You ever run into the Blood Pack? Mercenary gang. Clan Werlock started it, one of the only gangs with an off-world presence. They're fanatics, totally devoted to Werlock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
But the Blood Pack has non-Krogan members, like Vorcha.
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen, only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often. The Krogan are the only real members of the Blood Pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
Enemies in front. Burn through any armor. Clean hit!
down! You're up! On the ground now!
Just the thing to help.
Incoming!
Difficult. Repurposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment. That body, human. Need to take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject. Victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was?
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects, genetically diverse, enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
Come on, we still need to find Malin.
Agreed.
I am the speaker for Clan Werlock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werlock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
You have a Salarian named Malin. I'm not leaving without him.
The Salarian stays with us. His work is the tool of our conquest. Clan Werlock will cure the genophage and spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood.
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the genophage, Warlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become the
You
Krogan...
talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target.
We've been spotted.
Avenge me!
Move your ass.
Right on your ass! Incendiary fuck! They're alive! I'll kill them!
I'll put them down!
Not difficult.
Yes, lost shield.
Getting up close! Leave them to die!
Lab's likely through there. Can smell antiseptic. Hint of dead flesh.
Just get us there.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences. Hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors. Avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000, perfect target, optimal growth, like gardening.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage. Right choice. Still. Hard to sleep some nights.
We're not gonna find Malin staring at consoles. Come on.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Werelock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
You didn't think the Krogan would sit back and let the genophage continue, did you?
Suppose not. Still unpleasant to see. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives, then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral. Tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor. Genophage affects fertility. Doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Can you get any information from the body?
Minimal insight into experiments. Gene therapy. Risking cancer aiming for benign mutation. Krogan researchers ruthless. Risking own clan's women for new data. Disgusting. Short-sighted. Wrong.
We need to find Malin and shut this place down.
Yes.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a well-placed shot. Explosives useful. Burn through Krogan armor.
You killed the Bloodpack guards.
Not Bloodpack. Not member of Clan Werelock. Wrong clan markings.
They're not Scout. Werelock guards got me. Brought me here.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Ergon.
I can't. The Werelock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. I have to stay.
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable. Susceptible. Brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot at the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I matter.
Just lie down. I'll come back for you later.
I'm not letting you stop the cure.
Move out.
Incoming. Next! Hit!
Try a real man's fight.
On the ground, now! Enemy charging!
One down.
One more! Trouble! Krogan charging!
Killed that one. Wait, I was standing downwind.
Yeah, right on your ass!
Malin, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait, you don't need to do this, Morton. You're not a murderer.
No, not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Weirlock left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special Tasks Group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weirlock willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
You heard the Professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Morton. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
Keep the data. Better to have it and not need it.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure. But closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
Let's get out of here.
If you're looking for work, you're shouting down the wrong hole. The blood pact.
Take your business to the clan leader.
Jack would like... How may I help you, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.